I say,
Let's go. Call them. Wake them. Tell them. We voting NNP again. Call them. Wake them. Tell them. Go out there and call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell somebody. Knock on the door by somebody. And we say, call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell them we voting NNP election day. Go out there and call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell somebody. Knock on the door by somebody. Yeah. Call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell them we voting NNP election day. This country moving and there's no turning back. So let's keep it going, cause we on the right track. I'm calling everyone. If you love this land, come on, everybody, and play your part. Go out there and call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell somebody. Knock on the door by somebody. And when you say, call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell them we voting NNP election day. Go out there and call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell somebody. Knock on the door by somebody. Yeah. Call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell them we voting NNP election day. And when you say, we all must agree that we come a long way with proper leadership, and we show together a leader with vision, a people's champion. Call him Dr. Kid Claudius, get it done, cause he go do it. Call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell somebody. Knock on the door by somebody. And when you say, call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell them we voting NNP election day. And when you say, call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell somebody. Knock on the door by somebody. And when you say, call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell them we voting NNP election day. And when you say, call them. Wake them. Tell them. We voting NNP again. Call them. Wake them. Oh God. Development we seeing, investors we getting, the construction industry, walk all over the country, a growing economy, a better working country. Come on everybody and join with me. Go there and call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell somebody. Knock on the door by somebody. And when you say, call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell them we voting NNP election day. And when you say, call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell somebody. Knock on the door by somebody. Yeah. Call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell them we voting NNP election day. And when you say, call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell somebody. Knock on the door by somebody. Yeah. Call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell them we voting NNP election day. And when you say, call somebody. I say, call them. Wake somebody. Wake them. Tell somebody. Knock on the door by somebody. Call somebody. I say, call them. Wake somebody. Wake them. And when you say, call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell somebody. Knock on the door by somebody. Yeah. Call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell them we voting NNP election day. And when you say, call somebody. I say, call them. Wake somebody. Wake them. Tell somebody. Knock on the door by somebody. Call somebody. Wake somebody.
keep moving with schizo and about a years in school. That's right. Well up in the convent, the woman was great. Now she on a higher level, preaching love and now hit everybody. Who you voting for is Skeeter? Yes, we voting for Skeeter. Who you voting for? Skeeter. Yes, we voting for Skeeter. Who you voting for is Skeeter. Yes, we voting for Skeeter. Who you voting for? Skeeter. Yes, we voting for Skeeter. We on the move and then nobody could stop us. Progress. We on the move and then nobody could stop us. Progress. A woman with vision. A woman who cares about the youths and middle age and of course the elderly. Now she on a mission, arrows pointed straight, heading for the parliament with planning long to be great. Everybody, who you voting for? Skeeter. Yes, we voting for Skeeter. Who you voting for? Skeeter. Yes, we voting for Skeeter. Who you voting for? Skeeter. Yes, we voting for Skeeter. Who you voting for? Skeeter. Yes, we voting for Skeeter. We on the move and then nobody.
This is the story of the new National Party rescue missions, always ready to rescue Grenada with resilience, courage, and unwavering leadership. Founded in the early 1980s during a time of great uncertainty, this is the story of the new National Party rescue missions, always ready to rescue Grenada with resilience, courage, and unwavering leadership. Founded in the early 1980s during a time of great uncertainty, Grenada was still reeling from the aftermath of the revolution, especially the violent way it ended. Fragile and yearning for stability in 1984, leaders from across the region gathered on Union Island with the three existing political parties in Grenada at the time, namely the Grenada National Party, the GNP, led by Herbert Blaise, the National Democratic Party, the NDP, headed by George Brizan, and the Grenada Democratic Movement, GDM, headed by Dr. Francis Alexis. That meeting in Union Island resulted in the formation of the new National Party, the NNP. At the inaugural meeting of the newly formed NNP, Herbert Blaise was elected as the political leader, with our present leader, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Claudius Mitchell, appointed as the General Secretary. In December 1984, the first parliamentary general elections post-revolution were held. The new National Party won 14 of the 15 seats, and Herbert Blaise was elected Prime Minister. His vision was a united Grenada, with key pillars being economic and infrastructure development, tourism, and strong international relations. His humility and dedicated service to restore our democracy and rebuild our institutions will always be etched in our history. Internal differences between the leaders of the three parties that formed the NNP saw the exit of George Brizan and Dr. Francis Alexis in 1987. They subsequently formed the National Democratic Congress, the NDC, with George Brizan as the political leader and leader of the opposition in Parliament. By 1989, Dr. Mitchell became the leader of the NNP. In 1990, the NNP lost the general elections to the NDC, and Grenada was again faced with major challenges. Grenada's weak growth performance during the period 1990 to 1994 was attributed to a continuous contraction in agricultural output, which declined each year. In addition, the construction industry experienced a major contraction in 1992 due to the sharp fall in public sector investment. In 1993, output declined in the mining and quarrying, construction, and manufacturing sectors, as well as in agriculture. Gross domestic expenditure declined continuously from 117.4% of GDP in 1990 to 102.1% of GDP in 1994. By 1995, the new National Party was called upon by the people of Grenada to perform its second rescue mission under the leadership of Dr. Mitchell. The work of the NNP team and the clarion call for inclusivity during that period of service led to the party's first historic clean sweep victory in 1999. With the exceptional leadership of Dr. Mitchell, the NNP team went on to shape some of the most defining moments in our nation's history post the period of the revolution, leading the country through its darkest hours of two major hurricanes, Ivan and Emily, a world financial crisis, and a pandemic. Grenada suffered damages in excess of 200% of its gross domestic product, GDP, as a result of the hurricanes. Team NNP was charged with the responsibility to manage the rebuilding process in collaboration with the social partners, including the opposition. Worthy of mention are a few of the key Build Back initiatives: distribution of free material support, the reconstruction of 200 homes for vulnerable families, the negotiation of 6 housing schemes, most of which we have today: Soubise, Montrush, St. David's, Diamond, and Beausejour, rebuilding of 2 national stadiums, negotiation with the U.S. aid to build 1,200 houses, negotiations with the U.S. aid to finance the cost of homes for 150 families, cap on gas price, reduction in property taxes, provision of planting materials, fertilizers, labor support, equipment, and grant support to farmers to compensate for their lost income. Fisher folks were given grant support to repair their boats, replace engines, other equipment, and to compensate for interim loss of livelihood. The new National Party was asked by the people of Grenada to sit out the period 2008 to 2013 in the governance of the country. But by 2011-2012, the cries of yet another rescue mission were heard. In 2013, in true NNP fashion, we armed ourselves for the battle, and in 2013, we took on the fight and were victorious. From his first entry into Parliament in 1984, Dr. Mitchell's leadership became a symbol of progress, leading to 2 more historic election victories in 2013 and 2018, where the NNP won all 15 seats. A powerful testament to the unwavering trust and confidence of the Grenadian people. This era of the NNP saw heightened collaboration with our social partners to craft a homegrown structural adjustment program. The key objectives of this program were increase growth, restore fiscal and debt sustainability, strengthen the financial sector, while ensuring that social safety net programs such as the Support for Education, Empowerment and Development SEED program better targeted poor and vulnerable households, and that a targeting instrument was utilized to more objectively identify beneficiaries. During this rescue mission, Team NNP reduced unpaid claims of $100 million and had an average GDP growth rate of 5% and above consistently. The national debt was significantly reduced, moving from 108% of GDP to 57.7% before COVID-19, a drastic decrease in unemployment from over 40% to under 15%. The NNP spearheaded the construction of 2 national stadiums, expanded the cruise port to accommodate over 300,000 visitors annually, and upgraded more than 1,500 kilometers of farm roads, making life easier for our farmers and boosting agricultural production. In the realm of social progress, the NNP's legacy is undeniable. We brought clean, potable water to over 95% of households, expanded electrification to rural areas, and revolutionized telecommunications, making high-speed internet accessible to schools and homes across the nation. Education was a cornerstone of the NNP's commitment to the nation. The government awarded over 3,000 scholarships, providing access to higher education for students who would otherwise not have the opportunity. Through programs like the Imani, Empower, Project Fly, Youth Biz, Aspire, Reach, and Youth in Agriculture, the NNP empowered thousands of young people with skills training, job placement opportunities, and the chance to build a better future through scholarships and other support programs. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the NNP protected the livelihoods of thousands of Grenadians through physical measures that stabilized the economy and prioritized public health. Over 7,500 families benefited from housing initiatives, and as of June 2022, the NNP was paying pensions to 2,200 retirees with an average annual budget of $75.4 million. These victories were more than just political successes. They were endorsements of NNP's dedication to the people of Grenada. Dr. Mitchell's leadership brought about significant economic progress. Today, Grenada finds itself at another critical crossroad. The current NDC administration's mismanagement has weakened our economy, eroded key institutions, and undone much of the progress the NNP worked so tirelessly to secure. Under the NDC, serious crime and inflation are skyrocketing, the quality of healthcare deteriorating, and the people are once again bearing the brunt of poor governance. As history has shown, when Grenada calls, the NNP is always ready to respond. We stand ready to rescue, rebuild, and restore. This isn't just a mission, it's a promise. From providing water to every home, paving roads that connect communities, and supporting families with housing, to educating our youth and boosting our economy, the NNP has always been the driving force behind Grenada's greatest achievements. The NNP has always been there to rescue Grenada. We are ready to lead again. We will bring Grenada back to stability, prosperity, and unity, lifting our nation to the heights and respect it deserves. Together, we will rescue Grenada because we have done it before and we will do it again.
Grenada. Good night, NNP. Good night, Vendomme. Well, first of all, thank you for coming out again in your numbers. Tonight, we are in this community. But as per usual in the house of the new National Party, we always say God first, country second, party third, and then we come some way after that. So, to recognize his presence and to thank him for his saving grace and all he has done for us and the safety of bringing us here this evening, I call on no other than Miss Sandra Telesford to acknowledge his presence. So please, let's reverence God as she prays.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we come to you this evening, asking your wisdom, patience, and guidance as we begin this meeting. We invite your presence, O God. Let your Holy Spirit take full control over this gathering. In no other name, but in the most precious name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen, and we thank you very much. We thank you for acknowledging God's presence among us. And And so, after God, we often say country comes next. And Mr. DJ, if you have the national anthem lined up, let us play all respect and reverence to our country. And so, Mr. DJ, please, let's play the national anthem. Thank you very much, Mr. DJ. And as we say, God, country, then party, those of you who know the song and are better singers than myself, let's join together. Let's sing it. Let's make at least 2 rounds of it. Lusty, loud. Go ahead, Mr. DJ. Oh, you can count on me, working for my body. I will fight with all my might, working for the enemy. Count on me, working for my body. Faithful I will be. I will fight with all my might, working for the enemy. Working for my body. Faithful I will be. I will fight with all my might, working for the enemy. With all my might, working for the NNP. Thank you very much. Now this evening we are in the second venue of a series that we have restarted. As you know, the NNP is everywhere. We always do meetings. This is the second in the series after Carnival. Last week, Wednesday, we were in Bylands. This Wednesday, we are here. We do our General Council next week, and then we head to Carriacou on the 9th. It's a small meeting, no, we ain't going up with no boatload. Carriacou is ready and waiting for us. But I want to use this opportunity to welcome all those of you who are here. Those who are on the way, we hope that the footsteps will be hastened and they will get here safe. And at the same time, to welcome those who are tuning in, because these meetings once per week are going live. So via YouTube or whatever online facility people are using, they can see us, they can hear us, even outside of Grenada. A friend was telling me just moments ago, I'm sending the link to some of my people in the US. So they are there. They are hearing the words of the new National Party. So we want to welcome everybody, those online, those who are here in person, And we want to immediately also thank all those who made it possible for this meeting to happen, those who went out to the homes many days ago and invite people to be here, those who were here early, setting up the podium and the backdrop and what have you, those who have the equipment to bring it live, and of course, those who allow us to use. And you see, we have a very unique setting here tonight. We are on one side in one premises, you are on another side in another premises, but we are connected. So we thank the owners and managers of those different facilities for allowing us to use it. So we'll get right into it. We'll get right into it because we mean business. We are preparing for something very special. Do you know what we are preparing for? Do you know what we are preparing for? I'm not hearing you. Louder. Louder. Oh, elections. So when I say NNP, what do you say? When I say NNP, what do you say? NNP. NNP. So we have to prepare, we have to do the work, we have to go out in the highways and the byways and find the people, make sure they are registered, and make sure that they can vote, and we bring them to vote on election day. Now we have a very special individual on our team. It's a young man that is not only knowledgeable, but he's very much involved in business. He has started a unique kind of business, one that most of us probably doesn't even have ideas about. He may mention it tonight, I don't know. But he will come, he will talk to us. He will talk to us about youth development, about business development, about taking chances, about making sure that you understand what you can do for yourself. So even though that the government is trying to hurt us by holding back and not providing as they should be providing, he's going to give you some ideas on how you, with faith, with courage, and with belief in something better, can do it yourself. Join me and put your hands together as we welcome brothers and sisters to the microphone, brother or junior Christopher Diali to speak to us.
Call them, wake them, tell them, we voting NNP again.
Good evening, all. Good evening, NMPites. My fellow brothers and sisters, those who are here tonight and those who may be watching from afar. It is good to be back here in front of all of you, speaking to you in this beautiful and dynamic parish of St. George's and the constituency of the Northeast, where my brother Nimrod is the caretaker of. I am here today to speak to you and relay the cries of the budding small business owners, established entrepreneurs, and other private sector interests, those who have been meeting for several weeks throughout my constituency and elsewhere, all complaining, all crying out. Things are tough, Mr. Diali. Things are tough. Members of the business community are left confused as they may understand that there are outside forces affecting price and trade. But what about the internal forces? What can help propel businesses, employment, growth, and therefore profit? Where are the suite of restructuring legislation that lower the bureaucracy in this country and embrace efficiency?
Let's put our hands together. Let's welcome our political leader, Sister Evelyn Pierre.
Economy growing, let's keep moving. Construction booming, let's keep moving. Every man is smiling, let's keep moving. Salary receiving, healthcare improving.
Grenada is still not up there in doing business. We could be a lot better, a lot more efficient. There are many small business owners that will tell you the hours that I stay away from my business is money down the drain. The times that I take to spend hours of my day to pay taxes and go from here to there to do little forms of business is slowing down. I am spending hours of my day in traffic, hours of my day in lines. Where's the digital transformation? Where is the efficiency being at the top priority? As things may slow down economically, where is the growth internally? Where are we trying to make the strides to make sure our business processes, where our business owners, our employees, everyone or the stakeholders feel that they are moving in a more efficient manner, that the time done in the day is not spent aimlessly waiting around just to operate some form of business. What about the plans for congestion? Delivery and trucking are huge sectors of our economy. What are the plans for mitigation of those bottlenecks in our constituency that slow down everyone from doing their business? We've waited for 3 years, and the vision this government has claimed to have had has failed substantially to build our economy to any heights, much less new heights. Business owners are not just struggling with systemic issues, but issues of staffing. There is a skilled labor shortage. What are the plans to boost our productive sectors with skilled migration? I see a lot of talk. Where are the prudent and visible actions of this government? The present workforce are still crying out, "Boss, the bread not breaking right." We need greater investment in all sides. It is a squeeze on both sides of the coin. Both ownership and the workforce are both fearful of the future. But what are the plans to boost our fellow Grenadian businessmen and women across all sectors of our economy? Because everyone knows sovereignty is about economic freedom, ensuring that our people are driving up and powering our economic future, not stifled by foreign direct investment. There needs to be greater drive to diversify our financial ecosystem. We need greater investment in non-traditional financing, such as private equity, venture finance, and other forms of finance, including microfinance. We need to allow entrepreneurs to focus on product development and growth rather than a monthly repayment. We have heard nothing. Where is the creativity and transformation? I see nothing new. Where is the diversification in broadband connectivity? Lines could be damaged in a hurricane, a boat, a trawler, anything, and our broadband connectivity can be stopped immediately. Where's the hedge on that? Let's get real. There's no going back. It's only forward. Digital and other technologies will revolutionize the workforce and what's needed from us. How do we adapt with this technology change? How do we uplift our fellow Grenadians and set them up for the future is key. Where are the discussions on how we pivot for the future? I want greater access for financing for all businesses, but models that reflect a new economy and not that of the old, where we can link the technical skills of young men and women who have the drive and creativity to embark in new, bold arenas, but need the guidance and diverse skill sets of others to make it a reality. Where is that sort of new sort of thinking? Where is that? We see the economic reality. We hear the cries from the working class. Grenadians are complaining that they have cut back in all things. Cut back in how much they put the fridge on in the night. Cut back on how long the kids spend with the lights on in the night. Cut back on every little bill. Stop going out so much. making sure they only bring the kids out for a certain amount of times in a month to go out and eat out. Everybody is adjusting. They have been cutting back. But yet, it is still getting harder to pay for the things that are basic, while still having a side hustle. We see no creative thinking to adjust for the headwinds of this future. We see no testicular fortitude in doing bold new things. We see just Facebook posts. Where's the intellectual girth to address all areas of the economy? A lot of new visitors, but less spending power. We need the maths to maths. School is starting soon, and there's a growing anxiety in meeting the bills for this new upcoming season. Things are tough. The new National Party has always been an ally of the business community and all of Grenadians. We see a lot of work to be done. We see a lot of room to grow. We want to talk to everyone across all sectors of our economy because we want the plans to be tailored to you, the Grenadian people. We are working quietly, steadfastly, strategically, listening to everyone across the entirety of our nation, ensuring that when you see the NMP, you see a bright future for all Grenadians. The time is now. We need to come together. We need to unite. We have the vision that will make sure Grenada is there for not just now, but for the future. Thank you, everyone, and have a good night.
Let's give it up. Make some noise. Brother Christopher Diali. NNP is not only for now. We were there in the past. We are still present. And we will be there long into the future. I like that piece. Boss, listen. The bread ain't breaking right. You better get a sharp knife and cut it into small slices. Because the bread ain't breaking right. Yes? Let's make noise. Lift your voices. Dr. Mitchell is here. Our former Prime Minister. Our former political leader. Our present chairman of the party. Thank you, Doc. Thank you for blessing us with your presence. Yes, we keep moving. NNP never stay stagnant. We move with the times. We adjust to suit. And we cut the bread right so everybody gets a slice. Yes? So Brother Diali told you what we need to do from the south. We are in the constituency of St. George North East. We have a gentleman who has walked these streets, shake hands, may have visited every single home. And I said may because sometimes when he passed, there might be some people who were not home. But he's visiting you. He's listening to you. He's trying to do what he can for you. And he wants you to do only one thing for him. He wants you to listen to the message that he's bringing. Prepare yourself, your friends and your family, and on election day, go out and vote and give NNP a chance to make life better for you. Join me, brothers and sisters. Mr. DJ, bring this song as we invite Brother Nimrod Oliver to come and speak to us.
Good night, brothers and sisters of St. George Northeast. And a special good night also to everyone listening to us online, whether far and near. Let me welcome you to St. George, Northeast. You all know me. I am Nimrod Olivier. I've been walking these hills and these streets, sitting on your verandas, sharing a cup of bush tea with you, and dodging the same potholes that are damaging our vehicles in these streets. As I'm sitting and hanging with you at home, some are calling you rum drinkers and crackhead. But we know, keep that in mind, because come election day, we will make them remember calling us crackhead and rum drinkers. I come humbly before you here tonight, not as a big fancy politician with some suit on, that will be promising you the moon and the stars. I come here humble just as each and every one of you. I am a son of the soil. Someone who knows the struggles that each and every one of you are facing. Let's talk plainly. Right now, the cost of living has people in Grenada feeling like survival is a luxury. Every trip to the supermarket feels like you need to take a loan from the bank before you go in. You pick up two little bags, and by the time you get to the cashier, you're looking at the receipt. When the cashier hands you the receipt, you're looking like receipt like it must be some sort of mistake. It's the look of horror on each and every one of our face. And don't get me started on the light bill, you know. Nowadays, when we get that Grenada envelope, we got to take a deep breath. We got to sit down, and we say in a little prayer. Because we're not sure if that bill is a bill of a death sentence via or through a heart attack. Boy, these roads are so bad. Nowadays, we ain't even had to go in the sea to feel sick. You hit a pothole, and it's like a wave smashing against a boat. For those of us that go to Carriacou, those potholes feel like we maneuvering through Kickham Jimmy. And right here in our constituency, the Willis Bypass Road is a project started by the new National Party. And it was stopped by the NDC administration. And 3 years and months later, still incomplete. The Boca playing field, well, it's like they abandoned that one. And right next door, the Vendomme playing field is still incomplete. Where right across the street, you have school children there that has to take a bus to go to Bousséjou just to have their sports. That is not good. And we have to continue speaking up and speaking out so that we get the needed improvements in our community. These projects were meant to bring relief and recreation, dignity to our people. But this administration has turned their back and left them halfway done. I stand here before you tonight so that you could join me as we tell the MP for this constituency, fix it now. We need to let the MP know that this administration needs to stop playing games with people's lives. Let's talk about the backbone of this country, our farmers. This village right here has fed this nation from time immemorial. These men and women are out there breaking their backs in the blazing sun. They're planting dasheen, nutmeg, cocoa, banana, and feeding this entire nation. And what do we do to them? This administration has blatantly turned their backs on the farmers of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. There is no support for the farmers. We treat them like second-class citizens, while we depend on them to produce food for us. And still, I will reiterate, I'm serious when I say just a couple days ago, I did a video right here in Vendomme. And the supporters of the NNC referred to them as crackheads and rum drinkers. The same farmers that are planting the food for our sustenance in this country. But like I said, come election day, I know these farmers and the hard-working citizens of St. George Northeast will remind the NDC of what they were called. Brothers and sisters, let me be real with you. Beyond neglect, it pains us in this constituency regarding the embarrassment that the MP has caused us in this constituency. We look at the MP that's engaged in antics, semantics, constantly making questionable statements, and just generally involved in behavior that is not becoming of what a truly devoted member of parliament should be. The long and short of it is he has not represented St. George Northeast properly. You know, I talk about it from time to time. We have an MP that was fired from the cabinet. He's involved in blunder after blunder. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen? It's not a good look for us, because I want an MP that's sitting at the cabinet table so that he can have a voice to advocate for the constituency when the pie is being shared, so that we can get our fair share of the pie. Our lives in St. George Northeast matters. Grenada does not only consist of St. David's. St. George Northeast matters. We deserve leadership that brings respect, not ridicule. We deserve a representative who lifts up this community name and not one who drags it into shame. St. George Northeast is full of hard-working, decent people, and we cannot and must not allow our image to be tarnished any longer. Just today, and I want you to listen to this, just today, the Member of Parliament made reference on a national program that 8 new businesses was opened in St. George Northeast. Well, that was going to be my next thing, but somebody said it. When and where? I am walking the streets, And I know. He said 8 new businesses were opened and a lot of jobs was created, not just in St. George Northeast, but he said jobs were created for persons here as well as throughout Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. I'm still trying to find out where and when these businesses were open. But we will hold him accountable, because as I walk the streets and I talk with the residents, I hear their cries and I hear their complaints. Right? I don't know if it was a mistake. Maybe he wanted to say not, and he was thinking 8, because maybe he got a call right before that he has 8 more years to finish school. But I don't know. I was just thinking that. But as you and I know, it doesn't have to be this way. We have seen better days under the new National Party. When we were in office, we didn't just talk, we worked. And we worked for you. We built roads. We repaired schools. And we delivered water and other valuable essentials to communities that had been waiting for decades. That is a fact, ladies and gentlemen. We have a former Minister of Agriculture here, and I could tell you, even before I got into politics, I was aware of what Brother Roland Bola, as a Minister of Agriculture under the new National Party, was doing for farmers. We supported our farmers and provided opportunities for youth elsewhere. Provided opportunities for youths to elevate themselves. The new National Party ensured that ordinary Grenadians saw real and tangible progress. Because of the new National Party, prosperity prevailed. We were able to develop a number of programs like the Imani, Empower, Youth Biz, where our young people were given an opportunity to succeed. Prosperity should never be for a small clique of friends in the St. George's area. Right now, it seems like it's only a small clique of friends and family that is benefiting. I think the big word for that is nepotism. But we too deserve our share, and we want a share because we have worked. Many of you have worked to build Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique under the new National Party. Prosperity must reach the farmer in Willis, the shopkeeper and the nurse in Bolio, the teacher in Montparnasse and Tempe, and the nurses and the accountant and the farmers right here in Vendomme. That is the NNP way. All must benefit because Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique belongs to each and every one of us. Hear me well. Hear me well. When the new National Party returns to power or returns to office, we will bring relief and we will bring results. We will fix the roads and the drainage so that you can drive without losing a tire, having to buy front-end parts every month. We will complete what has been left abandoned. I assure you, I will fight and advocate with the head of the cabinet so that the Willis Road will be completed. the Boca playing field will be finished, and the students of Boca given a playing field. Well, not just the students and the residents in the community given a playing field that they can use with adequate facilities. And right here in Vendomme, I have roots in Vendomme. I have offsprings here, so I will work feverishly to ensure that the Vendomme playing field is completed. Under the new National Party, we will not be driving around and looking like we're living in a neglected place. And I was almost tempted to say, any project that they start, I assure you the new National Party will complete it. But the thing is, they didn't the thing is, they haven't started no capital project after 3 years in the office. The new National Party will support our farmers. We will not make empty promises to them. But we will speak to them in a language that they understand with tangible things to help them produce more, so that they can earn more from the sweat as they feed our nation and make sure that we remain a healthy nation. The new National Party will create jobs in the constituency so that our young people don't feel like they have no choice but to hang around on the block and engage in activities like gambling and selling illegal drugs. We will ensure that the young people in our nation is taken care of. We are going to build a Northeast where you can raise your children with dignity, where small businesses can strive, and where people feel safe and supported. Brothers and sisters, you know me. I am not a stranger. I didn't just show up when the election bell rang. And we are in opposition now, and I am here with you every day, day in, day out, rain, sunshine, thunder. I am here with you. I am listening to your stories. I am listening to your complaints. And I'm giving you my pledge that when the new National Party returns to office, we will take care of your concerns and your issues, because under this administration, after 3 years, it is very clear to us that nothing will be done. You will continue to see me at your doors. You will see me at the funerals. And if you invite me, I will be there at the weddings and the birthday parties too. I will continue to attend the church services throughout the length and breadth of the constituency, because I am part of your struggle. And so I would not run away with it. You wouldn't see me driving with my glass up and refusing to talk to you. My glass in my vehicle would always be down, and I always have a listening ear for you. So tonight I say to you, the time has come to reclaim progress with the new National Party. Brothers and sisters, let us get organized. Let us mobilize. Get registered. Let's canvass the voters list. Let us stand shoulder to shoulder so that we can bring back development and dignity to St. George Northeast. The truth is simple. Every time the NDC comes into office, they leave Grenada in deep trouble. And every single time, it is the new National Party that has to rescue Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. But that's all right. We will put our gloves on, put our boots on, and we will clean up the mess that's left by the destructive National Congress. We did it before, and we will do it again. Brothers and sisters, the NNP is ready. Together we will rise. Together we will make Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique shine. Together, sunlight will come over this nation and it will be a brighter day under the auspices of the new National Party. Thank you, my brothers and sisters. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Grenadian rebirth is on its way.
Thank you, Brother Nimrod. Thank you. St. George's Notice. Grenada will rise again. We have been very good before, and we know we can do it again with your support. You know, there was a Calypsonian up by my side. He died now. May his soul rest in peace. How you know us, Tangla? Huh? All you peeping in my script. And he sang a very nice calypso one time, one year. He said, all are we are one Grenadian, all are we are one people. So every time all you see all your MP and a certain man who don't know that he have holes in the road because he don't drive along, he flies in helicopter, tell him we are all Grenadians and we all must share in what Grenada has. Thank you. So we're moving on. Yeah? We're moving on. Young and vibrant. People that has a long future before them. People who would make sure that Grenada shines and Grenada rises again. And that Grenada once again becomes number one in the Caribbean and probably the world, because we will do innovative things. We will do what others have to follow. So now I want to bring on another young speaker. She's our National Youth President, but she also is the caretaker for St. Andrew Southwest. Make noise, our people. Let's bring on Sister Amanda Japal George to speak to us.
We voting and free again. Call them. Wake them. Tell them. Go out there and call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell somebody. Knock on the door by somebody. And when you say, call somebody. Wake somebody. Tell them we voting and be election day. Go out there and call somebody.
And God said, let there be height. A pleasant good evening to our political leader, to our chairman, to my colleagues, and everyone watching the live tonight. I don't want to strain my voice this evening. NNPites. I'm still recovering from the flu, so bear with me. But as I sat there, I don't know how Brother Bola expected me to go after Brother Nimrod. That was a type of speech, yeah? And something came to mind. There is this story in the Bible, in Matthew chapter 21, verses 28. And a father had asked his son, to go walk in the vineyard. And he said, nah, daddy, I ain't going. And so he asked the second son, and he said, yes, sir, I definitely will be going. But you know what? He never went. And that stuck with me. Because brothers and sisters, I say this to you. Leadership is not about words. Leadership is about action. And action matters more than promises. And I want us to remember that. I also want to remember that leadership is about seeing opportunity and seizing it. And who has always had a vision for Grenada, Carriacou, and P.T. Martinique other than the New National Party? Who has delivered results like the New National Party? Not a boy, and not another party in Grenada. Only NNP have delivered. And well, we all know who is the second son, who is the yes man, who talks, but doesn't act. But that's not my topic this evening. I want to speak to the youths of Grenada. And I want to speak to you about weighing the scale. Because too often, we hear slogans, promises, speeches, but talk alone does not feed families. It does not create jobs. It does not build futures. So I want you to weigh the scale, to look carefully, to compare and judge for yourself, not by what someone says, but by what they actually do. In this 2025, brothers and sisters, too many young people feel voiceless. And the question keeps coming. So what happens to us? What happens to people like me? Are our dreams not important? Are our ambitions not worth fighting for? And it's like being stuck in traffic while life passes by. You're ready to move, but the road is blocked. And everyone else is racing ahead, grabbing opportunities, building their future. But by the time the path clears and we, the youths, walk across the road, the moment is already gone. But this ends now. And this is why I stand proudly with the New National Party. Because I have weighed the scale, and the scale showed results and real impact. And NNP knows that when youth succeed, Grenada succeeds. We didn't just talk, we acted. We provided scholarships, as Brother Nimrod mentioned, skills training, empowerment programs. And when young people dreamed of leadership roles, guess what happened? They made it happen. From senatorial positions to real decision-making power. NNP broke the barriers for youth and women. We bridged generations. We didn't just create opportunities. We built the pathways, opened the doors, and empowered both young people and women to step into leadership role and make a real difference. And it is evident because you see youth leaders today, like Brother Diali and Brother Kitaka, and they're entrusted with real responsibility. So we are not tokens, as they say. We are not here to decorate a stage. We are here to shape policy, to carry vision, to fight for the people. NNP is saying to the youth that you belong at the decision-making table. So imagine a Grenada where young people wakes up wondering what to do today. But instead, real opportunities exist where a young man can learn a trade and open a small shop and employ others, where a young woman can gain digital skills and earn online support for her family. I know the hustle. I know hearing no before you hear yes. But I know what it is when your community stands behind you and when leaders like the New National Party open doors instead of closing them. I know that anything is possible. But now, let me weigh the scale with you. When young people needed jobs, NNP didn't just talk. We created real employment. Youth Biz put money into young entrepreneurs' hands, and we gave them the tools to build their own business and futures. Young people, weigh the scale. When young people wanted empowerment, NNP launched Empower, uplifting our young men with training, skills, and opportunity. I tell you, to weigh the scale. NMP gave them Project Fly, training, exposure. Young people could go abroad, learn, and bring back new opportunities. I tell you, weigh the scale. When young people needed a second chance, NNP created Project Reach, helping at-risk youth turn their lives around. Weigh the scale. When youths wanted to speak on issues and policies, NNP gave them youth parliament. I tell you to weigh the scale. And let us not forget the Imani program, the brainchild of our current political leader. NNP did all this and more for youth. And I tell you, weigh the scale. NNP gives freedom, opportunity, and respect. When NNP was in power, I tell you, all man and their brother could attack. Running down left, right, and center. You could have speak your mind. You could have criticized. You could have questioned everything we're doing. But were you victimized? Never. You were safe. You were heard. So I tell you to weigh the scale. Now let me help you. Weigh the scale against the NDC. Programs that worked, they removed it. Why? Simply because NNP created them. New youth programs, let me don't talk about that. New ideas, well, they say they had none. They closed programs to rebrand them. And they bring it back and say, same thing, you know. Example, the Imani program is now called the new Imani program. Promises to make permanent, broken. And the highest level of victimization you have ever seen in the history of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. I ask you, who plays politics with the lives of our young people? Think about it. We grew up hearing, if we don't hear, we go feel. Aren't you feeling it now? Jobs harder to find, programs cut short, opportunities just slipping away. Just last week, I was walking through a village and I stopped and I said, boy, outside hot that hit different. And a man said, "Come to you. You don't see any there in power." But we're all feeling it, brothers and sisters. And now that we've weighed the scale for the NMP, and we've weighed the scale for the NDC, and we've weighed the scale for past accomplishments, let us weigh the scale for our future. Weigh the scale for our children, for our children's children, for our grandparents. Weigh the scale for proper representation. Weigh the scale for strong leadership. Weigh the scale for youth, for strong economic policies. Weigh the scale for a party that cares. Weigh the scale for a party that empathizes with you. And weigh the scale to see who is truly better for our future in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. And brothers and sisters, look at the record and weigh the scale and see that NNP acts and NDC talks. So the choice is clear. Brothers and sisters, I urge you today to register, to stand up, to speak up, to take your seat at the table, to stand with the new national party. Because NNP was, NNP is, and NNP will always be the party to take Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique forward. NNPites, I want you to tell them this, and I always say it. Our house is solid. And tell them that our pillars are still strong. There is room in the house for everyone. So come and take shelter. Come and take refuge. We have enough space. The house large. NNPites! NNPites! have been tried, we have been tested, and we have always been delivering, and we will continue to deliver, not just for you, but for your children, for your mother, for your brother, for your sister. And we are delivering ourselves as well. I love you.
I know who have paid, salary receiving, healthcare improving, pension coming, better condition, NNPD party for the land. Let's keep moving. Show me your colors. Let's keep moving.
Well. I guess you could go home now. Are y'all little ready to go yet? But someone who told me she didn't have a voice because she had the cold and she this. You see what NNB could do? They cure you cold for you. NNP has that power. And the power is getting stronger, you know. The power is getting stronger. We wanted to play a song at this time, but it's not available. No, because the DJ don't have it. You can't vex with him. You could sing it? No, man. What happened to you? What are you don't know this song? Fed up. Poor people fed up. You know that one? They want to give us basket to carry water. You can't sing that one, Brother Nimrod. But anyway, we got to move on. Because I heard Sister Amanda say, NNP was, NNP is, and NNP will always be there to deliver. When NDC mash up, they are custom come in and mash up. NNP come to deliver. And my brothers and sisters, one of the greatest deliverers over the past many years is still here with us. And he ain't going to give up because he loves us too much. And while he is ready to take his rest, he's still going to put on his Gideon boots and his khaki suit and fight, because he must represent the youth and the elders, the seniors, and the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Martinique. Let's make some noise and put your hands together for the chairman and past political leader of our party, Dr. Keith Mitchell.
Call them, wake them, tell them, go out there and call somebody, wake somebody, tell somebody, knock on the door by somebody, and when you say, call somebody, wake somebody.
Yes. This is Vendomme. Vendomme, I'm here again. I would always be with you. But let me recognize our platform, the political leader of the new National Party. Your caretaker, Brother Nimrod, and of course, Brother Diali, caretaker for the South. But this little lady that just spoke, and she brave enough to say she didn't want to speak after Nimrod because he was so good. So I must speak after you were so damn good. Well, what the hell? She had no respect. The girl ready. She ready, you know. She ready. That's why I could rest, sisters and brothers. Because we're preparing the future. The future is already here. And we are there to protect it too. Sisters and brothers, the Grenada situation is a very simple one. The 1984 elections came. The NNP won. The country moved from one stage to another. NDC won the election in 1990 and the country retarded. The NNP came back in the government in 95. And we saw more development. Whether it's electricity, it was water, telephone, roads, development and education, healthcare. We saw it. The people gave us 3 terms. They gave NDC 1 term in 1990 to 95. 2008, they said NNP had 3 terms, give them a rest. Sisters and brothers, sorry, that's 1995. NDC only lasted 1 term. Again, 2008, sisters and brothers, they won the election again after 3 terms of the NNP. 1 term again. They mess up the country. And people suffered. The NNP came back into government and they gave us clean sweep. Clean sweep. And they gave us 2 clean sweep in 2013 and 2018, sisters and brothers. So the story is still the same. They come back into power again. I am damn sure it's going to be 1 term again. Because this NDC is the worst NDC this country has ever seen. It is the worst NDC. We had problem with Brother George Brizan and the team of the NDC, and we voted them out. But you cannot. George Brizan is king to what exists here in the National Democratic Congress. My friends, you have never seen, do you have a government? The country is running on autopilot. Everything the guys touch is being smashed to the ground. Everything. And they met the best financial situation any government has ever inherited when they came into government. You remember they themselves said what they said? They said the NNP, Keith Mitchell and them left a lot of money in the treasury. Usually when a government is elected, whether there is money or not, it say the treasury empty. But NDC couldn't lie. They say we left a lot of money. So we met a vibrant customs department. Doing well because of the services that we provided and the development in the country. So revenues were coming in through the customs that were taking care of the needs of the country. The Inland Revenue Department worked well because I was Minister of Finance, sisters and brothers. So they met millions and millions of dollars, sisters and brothers. Customs, Inland Revenue, and all other areas of collection of government revenues. They met assignments and contracts that we signed with friendly governments, regionally and internationally, that brought in money to the country. And they sold passport like wildfire. And they said they raised over $1 billion in revenue from the passport sales. Selling your birthright, selling your passport. Over $1 billion they met. So they met $500 million in cash, besides the customs and revenue and inland revenue and so on. They met all that. They made $1 billion in revenue. through sales. And then, sisters and brothers, because NMP had foresight. When Ivan and Emily came, we didn't have any system in place historically in this country. So we sought and we asked our friends regionally. And I remember asking the President of the United States, who was then close to the NNP and myself. And he said to us, there's a CRIF program that we can invest in, an insurance program. And I asked my friends in the International Monetary Fund, and they say, yes, that's available. And we joined that fund, sisters and brothers, and invested in it. So when Beryl came, unlike when Ivan and Emily came, we had no money. They got $118 million in 3 weeks. So do your math. Do your math. $500 million cash we left. The customs and inland revenue making hundreds of millions of dollars. Add that. They say they over $1 billion unless they lie in sales. And $118 million from Berry. Where the damn money gone, sisters and brothers? Where the money gone? Where the money gone? I don't know, you know. I don't know. You remember they used to accuse the NNP of all kinds of nasty things. They accused us of all kinds of corruption. They came into government 3 times, they had inquiries 3 times, and they couldn't find one damn evidence of skullduggery on the part of the new National Party. But I am quite sure when this government term is ended, it's going to be easy to find skullduggery on the part of this NDC present government. Because everybody is festering their own nest and they forget the people that have voted for them. And my friends, that is why we in Grenada must take our votes seriously. A lot of times we vote for things, a man come and talk nice. You don't know nothing about him, but he sound nice, and you like the man. You like him, can you vote for him? We like him, we vote for him. So we have to like him. But we don't know the man. You don't know the man. You knew Eric Gary when you vote for him. You knew Robert Blaze when you vote for him. You knew Nicholas Braffett when you vote for him. You knew George Brizan when you vote for him. You knew Ben Jones when you voted for him. And you know enough about Keith Mitchell when you give him a chance. Because they used to say all kind of things about me. A thief a plane, me alone, I sell it and I keep the money. They say all kind of things about me. So you knew me very well, inside out, sisters and brothers. My friends, that is what you have in government today. So somebody say that there is no project. NDC ain't bring any project. They bring one project. They call it the corruption project. So anytime you're talking, don't say they have no project. They have one project. Corruption project. Sisters and brothers. But that goes deep. It goes deep. Because it means they're not thinking of the people of the country. People gave you a chance to manage the affairs of the country. People felt NNP had several terms. We were in office 23 years, so they said, give them a chance. And they've taken the country and made us look ashamed regionally and internationally, sisters and brothers. My friends, you don't have to ask. Sister Amanda spoke about it. Brother Nimrod spoke, and I assume Brother Diali spoke. You have never seen your roads like this. You have never seen the state, the physical state of your country like this. So you wonder, just 3.5 years, your country's image has been changed dramatically. My friends, and they're bold-faced enough to want to claim the NNP project that they had to finish and they're messing it up. That Monkuma Road, I had to laugh. Brother Cox was the Minister of Works. Together with myself and the cabinet, we started that project because we realized that passing through New Hampshire is a difficult trajectory going forward. So we decided we must build that road coming through Granville Vale to Boulder area, Monkuma. The project was finished before the election. It was just some cleanup they had to do on the side. Them brave characters. They go and they open the road 3 weeks after they leave. And they say, come and see us. We build a new road in Monkuma. And they invited some of you in, you live in close to Monkuma, you know. And they invite you to come and see the new road they just built. I said, that is bravery indeed. They have no shame at all. And they did not even have the class to invite Minister Cox or a member of the NNP government, because they wouldn't invite me. I didn't expect to get invitation. Right? No, I wouldn't even say that. But not one invitation. And they stood up opening a road that the NNP built. And you could talk all over the place. All the projects. Because the NNP, whenever it gets into government, did work. The evidence is there. The development that we had in this country. Many of you do not know how this community center there was built. I was Minister of Works, and just take you back a little memory road. Driving up to Grenville one day, and as I drove across that area there, some young men I knew, Window Foot, Brother Wilfred Jones, and our brother who then was manager of the Grenada Development Bank, he died. You know. They stopped me and they say, Brother Mitchell, we don't have nothing here in this community as a community center, nothing. And we would like to have, and those days money is scarce. We had no money. And we met them, I sat there with them for a while before I went on my journey. And they said, we have a number of people in the community who are prepared to help with trucks to bring materials. And some of us work with institutions, we can get them to help to start the project if the government will take some initiative. We had no money. We met a week afterwards, sisters and brothers, and within a few months, work started on that community center that you have there in Vendomme. That is how you have today a new community center. A community center, sisters and brothers. Always remember Window Foot and the boys of Vendomme, Wilfred Jones, and our brother, I can't remember his name, who was manager of the Grenada Development Bank at the time. Brother David, yes, that's his name. These men were community-minded people. And I know Vendomme have a lot of that. And therefore, Brother Nimrod would have a lot of help in this constituency to continue to take Vendomme forward. But sisters and brothers, that is what the NNP was about. Helping people was not about ourselves. Helping people, lifting people up. Sisters and brothers, but they want to lift people down. You hear about this child protection thing they bring in? Where a minister could tell your child, your 12-year-old child, your 16-year-old child, what to do? And you, the parent, have to sit back and the minister. And what minister are they talking about? Look at the minister now. My child, your child, you telling them what to do and you don't know nothing about the thing? I mean, I can't believe this foolishness. My friends, this is a serious issue. Sister Emmeline and the NNP team have been putting out a major, together with the social partners and the churches and so on, are having a serious session to discuss. But I am saying to you all, sisters and brothers, this issue cannot be left to the politician. The politicians, some of them have children. But sisters and brothers, all of you have children. And you would have grandchildren. And the stability of the family is fundamental to the stability of a society. And the guidance of your father and mother. If I were to not have guidance of a good father and mother, I would not be standing here today, because as young boys, we like to do a lot of crazy things. So when you remove the importance and the value of the father and the mother in the house, and tell me some politician, a politician can make laws to decide what your daughter could do or what your son could do at 12 years and 16 years? My friends, get ready to stand up for your country. If this bill goes to Parliament, there must be thousands of people in the Parliament of the country. Because it's your children, not only those of us in Parliament who have child or children. And therefore, you must show the interest in your own family. So that's my call here tonight, sisters and brothers. Well, my friends, as I close, because I think the political leader has to speak to you. She has some important message on the cost of living and the state of play of what's taking place in this country. But my friends, I have been around, and you know this. This is 42 years I've been a member of Parliament in your country. But I think I still look good. Don't you agree with me? Well, say something if you agree with me, man. Right, good. Right? And friends, this period has been the worst period for the poor people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. We have unemployment in the country over the years. But NNP, as Sister Amanda and others said to you, took initiative to bring permanent jobs and created a number of programs for young people coming out of school. Many of the young people came into the Mani program and with Youth Vibes and all the other programs. They were gainfully involved in training and opportunities, and they got a serious stipend. They could continue to move forward. Sisters and brothers, we did that. But at the same time, we still recognize that a lot of our people were still unemployed. So we had the bushing program, sisters and brothers. And every time there was a serious holiday, sometimes 4 fortnights, 5 fortnights, over 6,000 people, 6,000 people, the money and the bread spreading around in the country. And that's a fact. We didn't take it and have a big summit of leaders around the world, Africa and all over the world, and spend millions of dollars on hotel and so on to have our big ego or pride to show I'm the big boss. I'm baby Jesus. I could bring all these important men here. While your people are suffering and they can't have a bread, sisters and brothers. The NNP priority was different, sisters and brothers. The NNP priority was different, sisters and brothers. And what is worse, the few little contracts they give, and they're choosing people if you didn't vote for them, you can't get a contract. Man, let me tell you something. Under the NNP government, no minister or supporter could come to me and say, don't give that person a work because they are not NNP. Because I said, when you are elected into government, you know, the prime minister and the minister of NNP, NDC, and all other P in Grenada, Carriacou, and PD Martinique. So don't come and tell me this nonsense. But what is worse, the few people they employ every month, people with those big salaries, they get their monthly salary. Them poor people walking on the road, weeks and weeks and fortnights, they can't get money. And their money is small compared to some of the salaries that others are getting. In other words, they do not care about the ordinary man. All they want to link up with those they consider to be in high places in this country. My friends, that is why the NNP is so important and the rescue mission. Look at the state of the closure road. Look at the state of the closure road, sisters and brothers. School opening Monday, they haven't told the people how their children going to school. But they're flying all over the world. They're enjoying themselves because they're big. You put them there, your ex, they take in and misuse it, sisters and brothers. And sisters, what is worse? What is worse? They didn't have the conscience to go to the people and tell them what the plans are. They went up there, they took some camera and some nice pictures, and that's the end of the story. Nothing to be heard from them, sisters and brothers. So my friends, this is why I want to say the issue is a very simple one. The NNP is ready for the rescue. They cannot, they will come with more lies. Because that is their mantra. More and more lies. I have never seen any prime minister in this country stand up in front of camera and tell lies like the present prime minister of this country. Sorry, his name is Mitchell. That's why I went to a certain place and a little child say, Mr. Deacon, I said, please don't call me Mr. Deacon at all. Don't call me that. So my friends, we ready. And I am there. But before I finally say what I want to say is complete this session here. We had a young man who was with us from Brazil, whose family is very close to me, and who had enormous potential. Sisters and brothers, and we lost him just a few days ago. That was one of the shocking deaths that I've had seen in my whole life. And therefore, I ask you all to pray for his family. Because mom, she depended on him almost totally for economic survival. And I was there, what morning is this? And I felt the pain with the family because over the years they have been very strong supporters of myself and the new National Party. But that is life, and we always have to prepare. They say it's in the place of life there is death, so we have to prepare ourselves accordingly. So I ask you to do this, Brother Neilon Franklin, sisters and brothers, and I assume the funeral decision on the funeral has not yet been made. When that is made, I assume that a lot of you will take the opportunity to show your sense of understanding of the enormous loss of that parent. But as I close now, to say to you, I am here. I ain't going nowhere. And I feel the strength of the Almighty God with me. I feel it. And I'm going to be there with the team of the new National Party. It is said that everything in life, sisters and brothers, nothing goes on forever. And I understand it. And I don't want to do like some other people that wait until they can't even walk before they decide to give up a responsibility. I have chosen my path. And I have the strength and, of course, understanding to help the team of the new National Party. And you see the power of the NNP with some of the youthful individuals on the floor tonight. That's a small token of them, you know. We have a lot more coming. You have seen at least two of them on the platform here supporting the political leader of the new National Party. So I want to say, you have the 42-year-old men around, right there with them, working with them, standing with them, keeping the NMP strong, and Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique as vibrant as ever. Thank you all. Good night, Vendomme. Thank you.
I know who I'm voting for. NNP I'm voting for. Tell me who you're voting for. NNP we voting for. So, let's keep moving.
You ready to keep moving? Tell me who you voting for. I ain't hear you. Who you voting for? You voting NNP? Well, that's good. So we heard it. The best. The one. The past. The present. And he will be there in the future. And now, we make space. Make space. A lot of issues went before. But there are some real issues. You know the NDC don't deal with real issues. And I tell you, everything they do, there is a song for it, you know. Them not deal with the real issues. Treating the people like a piece of tissue. Anyway, we'll come back to that and after the meeting because, you know, I had to get a little honey. But my friends, I want to bring on to you at this time someone who has grown in the NNP, was molded by the NNP. Someone whose hand you held. Someone who you helped groom. And today, she's now our leader. She's the one to march us forward to victory in the next election. Mr. DJ, bring it on as we bring on our political leader, Sister Emmeline. Yeah.
Thank you, Brother Bona. Thank you so very much. Let me tonight recognize the chairman of the new National Party, former Prime Minister of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell. I also want to recognize other distinguished members of the executive of the new National Party, particularly those who are on the platform tonight, Sister Amanda Japol, our caretaker for St. Andrew Southwest, and Brother Diali, our caretaker for South St. George. and the man of the community, Brother Nimrod Oliver, caretaker for St. George Northeast. And let me say, Brother Nimrod, I want to commend you for the work that you are doing in this community, and we are counting on you to do even more as you continue to serve the people of this constituency. Brothers and sisters, tonight I want to join with the chairman, parliamentary representative for St. George Northwest, in extending sincerest condolences to the family and loved ones of Brother Nealon Franklin. Brother Nealon has served the New National Party well. He has served our country, particularly in his role as a senator appointed by the New National Party. And so tonight we recognize his contribution, we mourn his loss, and we pray that his family will be comforted by the Almighty God. Tonight, brothers and sisters, I want to appoint you messengers of the New National Party. A very important role. A role that you are going to take the information that I share with you tonight. Very important information. And your role will be to share that information throughout the nook and cranny of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique to ensure that every Grenadian has an appreciation of what is happening in this country. And so tonight I'm going to take my time and I'm going to look back. I'm going to look at what is happening now, and I'm also going to speak to the future. Brothers and sisters, tonight, our country stands at a very serious crossroad. And I'm approaching and speaking to you tonight not just as members of the New National Party. I'm speaking to you not just as supporters of the New National Party. But I want to say tonight that I'm seriously addressing those who may not be supporters of this party, but care about Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Because this country doesn't belong to NNPites. This country belongs to every Grenadian, Carriacouian, and Petit Martinican. And every single one of us have a serious responsibility to protect this country at any cost. And that is why tonight I say we are at a serious crossroad. And I go further tonight, brothers and sisters, to tell you that we are facing a national crisis. And I'm not just talking words tonight. I've listed and I want to share with you why I say tonight we are facing a national crisis. Brothers and sisters, the situation is serious. Brothers and sisters, cost of living is unbearable. Food inflation now is nearly 25 points higher than they were in 2022. Our growth rate continues to decline. I'm explaining why we're facing a crisis. Government revenues, brothers and sisters, the first half of this year declined by $112.6 million. It is the reason why many people cannot collect their payments at the end of the month. Brothers and sisters, investment in our productive sectors has decreased over the past few years. Today I learned stay-over arrivals has been decreasing. Brothers and sisters, our treasury, which was once strong, over $500 million when we left office, Brothers and sisters, our treasury is now weakened, running a $30 million deficit, meaning that we are spending more than we are earning and raising in this country. We are in a serious national crisis. Brothers and sisters, investors are holding back on projects. I've had persons said to me, we're waiting for NNP to come back before we start anything new. Private sector is losing confidence in this government. Some of them will tell you this is their worst time ever in business. I'm telling you why I say we are facing a national crisis. Brothers and sisters, projects are stalling. After 3 years, some projects are stalling with millions of dollars in cost overrun. Listen to me carefully tonight. Brothers and sisters, health services are collapsing in this country. Corruption is rampant in our government. And millions of dollars from the Grenada Development Bank are being used to support ministers of government rather than farmers and fishermen and small businessmen throughout this country. I say to you tonight, this country is facing a national crisis. I could go on and on and on about our current situation. Brothers and sisters, the hope that I give to you tonight is to say Grenada deserves better. The hope I give to you tonight is to say that the new National Party has a track record of delivering to the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. And the hope I give to you tonight is to tell you that the new National Party is prepared and ready to return to rescue Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. You deserve better. Brothers and sisters, cost of living. I know you don't want me to talk about cost of living, because I would well imagine that this subject triggers painful emotions. Brothers and sisters, the reality in Grenada today is that life is harder. Families in Grenada are breaking under the pressures of the rising cost in living. Brothers and sisters, I always say this, and I'm saying it tonight again, because you know what? Every Grenadian must hear this message. Brothers and sisters, things were tough before, but you had a government that cared about people that needed support. And that is why NNP removed VAT on basic food items, love for people. It is why NNP kept the price of fuel at the pump. It is why we removed the taxes and the non-fuel charges were reduced by 25% on electricity, bringing down your electricity bill. Today is going up, 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 up. Brothers and sisters, what did we do when things got tough? We gave struggling families financial support, additional support through the seed program. We invested over $2 million in single-parent households throughout the length and breadth of this country. And added to that, brothers and sisters, we distributed over $10 million under the stimulus package in this country when things were tough coming out of COVID. Brothers and sisters, that was the NNP at work. There's a saying, if we don't remember where we came from, it would be very difficult to get to where we need to go. I put it in a different way. Brothers and sisters, the NDC came into office in 2022, and they reversed all of these measures taken by the NNP to cushion the effects of the rising cost of living. But you know what was dangerous, brothers and sisters? What was unconscionable? The actions that I consider to be wicked was on top of removing those cushions that were provided, they added more pressure on the people. So they introduced a levy on water. They added VAT on sugar. Brothers and sisters, what a government that says it is concerned about poor people. No care whatsoever. Brothers and sisters, rather than maintaining the relief program of the NNP, rather than introducing more relief measures for the people, they said it was costing too much. It was too much money to help you, the people of this country. But guess what they did for themselves? They found the money to increase their salaries by 100% in 1 year. They found the money, brothers and sisters, to rent an apartment for the Prime Minister of this country, paying over $25,000 per month. They found the money. Brothers and sisters, they found millions of dollars to travel around the world, bringing back nothing to the people of this country. They found the money for the projects that they wanted to spend on, wasting taxpayers' money, lighting up of the carnage where the lights today, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on drone shows and things that make no sense to the people of this country, things that cannot put money in the pockets of the ordinary Grenadians. They found the monies. Brothers and sisters, that is the government that we have in office. Always difficult to find for you, but easy to find for themselves. Brothers and sisters, our economy is broken. And we know that the economy is like the foundation of a house. If the foundation is strong, the family in that house is secured. If the foundation is weak, the whole house may crumble, especially if you face a storm. That is the situation we face in this country. And that is why I say to you tonight, you are the messengers to get the message to the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. So brothers and sisters, we left a strong foundation. Today that foundation is cracking. Despite record revenues of CBI, despite the $118 million in revenue collected through the CRIF program, brothers and sisters, guess where we are today? Guess where we are today? $30 million plus in deficit. What a shame. In just 3 years. It means, brothers and sisters, as I said, our government is spending more than it's earning. And any person, you don't have to be no economist to understand this. Any ordinary person would tell you, you are in a danger zone when you are spending more than you are earning. You don't need a degree to understand that. But tonight I say to you, the new National Party has a plan for the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Brothers and sisters, we commit to you that we are going to take bold, decisive steps to reduce the cost of living, to ease the burden on the people of this country. We are going to expand investment in the productive sector as we have never done before. In other words, we did well before, but we are committing to do even better when we return into office. More support for farmers, more support for fishermen, more support for the business sector of this country. Brothers and sisters, we say to you, when the NNP return into office, we are going to expand and strengthen our safety net programs so that people within our communities, those who are in need, would find support and relief. NNP would always be a caring government. Brothers and sisters, I commit to you tonight that when the NNP returns into office, we are going to expand the opportunities for the young people throughout the length and breadth of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. We are going to lead with vision. We're going to lead with compassion. And we are going to lead with real action, not excuses and old talk and social media gimmicks. We are going to continue to deliver to the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. Brothers and sisters, I say to you tonight, this community and Vendomme has a very special place in my heart. I have quite a few family members here in this community. I spent several weekends here as a child growing up. I have a brother just up the street from here. So I know that this community is an agricultural community. It can be considered a rural-urban community. And I know what agriculture means to the people of this community, as your caretaker said. Brothers and sisters, agriculture is not just about farming. It is about food security. It is about the rural economy and the development of communities like Vendomme. Brothers and sisters, we cannot be satisfied. We must never be satisfied that over 80% of the food that we eat in this country is imported. We must not be satisfied with this. We must never be satisfied that as a country we are spending over 400 million on our food import bill. We must never be satisfied with this. And that is why I say to you, the NNP is coming back to expand the programs that we have delivered in the area of agriculture. We are coming back to ensure that we do more for our farmers. We empower our farmers to transform our rural economy. We are going to empower our farmers to ensure that they feed the people of this country and that our food import bill goes down, down, down. Brothers and sisters, I say to you with no apology that we do not trust the current administration, the NDC, to do this for our people. The NNP must return to continue the work that it started in the area of agriculture. And I'm not just talking. I'm telling you why we cannot depend on the NDC to revitalize the agriculture sector. We cannot depend on them. That is why I say to you, get your boots ready. Get your suit ready to fight for this country. Get yourselves ready. Oil your machinery to deliver the agriculture sector of this country. This is why I say so. Brothers and sisters, in the 2025 budget, could you imagine that an NDC administration cut the budget in areas under agriculture? Former Prime Minister George Brizan must be turning up in his grave right now. NDC reducing the budget for agriculture. I could only imagine. Brothers and sisters, I'm telling you why we cannot depend on NDC to improve the agriculture sector. They promised us that MNIB would be better. the Marketing and National Importing Board. Brothers and sisters, after 3 whole years, the situation has gotten worse in MNIB. Brothers and sisters, markets are disappearing for farmers in this country. Less planting materials are available. The people who say they care about agriculture, let us look at what they're doing when they came. Less farm labor support. Less investment in farm roads. That's the government that say they care. Less extension services and support for farmers throughout this country. They have abandoned the farmers of this country. False hope. False hope to our farmers. But tonight I say to you, we have served the farmers of this country, and we are coming back to ensure that we do even better what we did before for the farmers of this country. And so I say to you, I guarantee you that when the NNP returns into office, significant expansion and investment will take place in the area of agriculture. Mark my words. Brothers and sisters, serious investment would be made in the area of farm infrastructure. Brothers and sisters, our roads to our farms, in most cases, farmers cannot access. I have spoken to farmers who said since 2022, their farm roads were not maintained. They cannot get to their farms. NNP is on the way to rescue this country. Brothers and sisters, I say to you tonight, we are coming back to make greater investment so that young people would be enthusiastic about getting involved in farming. We have supported our young people before, but I say to you, the next time around, there'll be nothing like the next time around. Team NNP would improve on every area of investment we've made in the past. Far more innovative approaches to farming. Seriously addressing the labor shortage problem. And I've heard farmers in this area complain about the labor shortage in agriculture. I am speaking your language tonight. Brothers and sisters, we will invest far more in agro-processing and support for our farmers. Accessing financing, accessing lands. I say to the farmers tonight, we are listening to you, and the NNP is coming back to deliver even more. The linkages between agriculture and tourism, brothers and sisters, and the policies that guide the agriculture sector. I say to you tonight, we have people working in the background, and we are getting ready to do even better than we did before. Agriculture is Grenada's best weapon to fight poverty and to develop rural communities like Vendomme. Brothers and sisters, if I don't touch the area of healthcare tonight, I know you'll be very disappointed. I have heard the cries of many of you. I have heard the cries of your experiences firsthand, visiting the hospitals, visiting the clinics, and I say to you, NNP feels your pain. But we don't just feel your pain, we are standing with you, and we are prepared to do and do and do to ensure that we improve the health sector in this country. Brothers and sisters, there is no doubt that the health sector of this country is crumbling. And I don't just say this because I want to say it. Even the Minister for Health has admitted that health care has not improved in the 3 years of this administration. People are being turned away. People cannot get basic medication. Labs are empty. Waiting time increasing. Wards are understaffed. I say to you, the situation is getting worse every day. And you know what I say to you? The road march of this administration is when NNP was there. And they love to tell you that NNP was there for 20 plus years. And I say to them, when we speak healthcare, let us not talk 20 years, let us talk 3 years. And tonight I want to share with you what was possible in 3 years of the NNP. So this administration has no excuse for what is happening, the disaster that's happening in healthcare. Within 3 years, and those 3 years surround the COVID-19 pandemic, we open a dialysis clinic. We modernize the general hospital with CT scanner and new equipment within 3 years. Brothers and sisters, we built a new wing at the hospital. We constructed the Guave Polyclinic and upgraded rural facilities. We improved pharmaceutical supply and ensure that basic medication was always available to our people. We laid a foundation for the national health insurance, a foundation that has been destroyed by the National Democratic Congress. That is why I say to you, it's about leadership. And that is what you have in the new National Party's team. So tonight I say to the people of Vendomme and those who are listening online, the new National Party has nothing against a new teaching hospital. But I ask you the question tonight, what is our priority? Is our priority a new teaching hospital that may come in more than 5 years? Or is our priority saving lives right now? Brothers and sisters, what we want to do is to save lives right now. That is the priority that the government must get right. Stop neglecting our people. Stop abusing our people. Ensure that you serve the people, especially those who are depending on you for their very survival. So, brothers and sisters, I say to you tonight as I close, you are the messengers. You are the ones to take the message of the rescue mission throughout the length and breadth of this country. And that is why I have armed you with sufficient facts, indisputable facts, that you can share with your neighbors and your friends. So NNP is ready. I say to you tonight, NNP is ready to rescue Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique too. We are ready to ease the burdens of the rising cost of living. We are ready to revive the economy of this country that is on life support. We are ready to make agriculture the real backbone of our communities and food security. And we are ready to make healthcare, proper healthcare, a top priority. So I say to you tonight, brothers and sisters, let us move forward. Let us move forward tonight with courage. Let us move forward tonight with unity. Grenada first, Grenada second, Grenada third, Grenada fourth, Grenada, Grenada, Grenada. Let us move forward to ensure that the people of this country who deserve better get a government that will do better by the people. So tonight I say to you, God bless you. God bless the NNP. God bless the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. And I charge you tonight, every supporter of this party, that we must fight, fight, fight with all of our might, working for this party to work for the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. God bless you. I love every single one of you. Grenada, Grenada, Grenada.
Whoa.
It's not no love and hate, it's love alone. Are you ready? Yeah, we say, we ready when you're ready. We go mash down Babylon. Yeah, we go chase them crazy ballheads. Thank you, political leader. Thank you, Sister Emmeline. Stay right where you are, our people. There is more to come. But before we give you, I want to ask a resident of this constituency, Brother Bernard Ross, to say thank you. Thank you for organizing and thank you for everything else. And then I'll come back to you. Brother Ross.
All right, good night, my NMP brothers and sisters. I'm here to do one thing, to give the vote of thanks. And I'm not joking the scale because the scale is off balance already. So I want to say thank you to the chairman of the New National Political Party, Brother, the Right Honorable Brother Keith Mitchell. I also want to say thank you to our new political leader, Sister Emmeline Pear. Also to our constituency rep, Brother Nimrod Oliver. And to all the other speakers, Sister Amanda and Brother Diali, that's Junior Diali. So on the behalf of the constituency at large, I will say thank you very much for attending and share the news. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Ross. And I ask everyone who is sitting to stand at this time. Everyone that is close to a person, hold their hand. And Mr. DJ, please, let us end this meeting in the way that we know how to do it. Hold hands, everyone. Thank you. of God, try and get home safe and continue to spread the word and do the work to see that the new National Party returns to office. Take care and thanks again.